Jacob.
Jacqueline.
I feel like I gotta ask, what's that sound we're hearing?
Well, why don't we start with where the sound is? So this story begins about 180 miles north of Bayou Blue, outside the town of Cottonport, Louisiana. The air is crisp and dry. I'm on a wooded family-owned property off to the side of a barn in a chicken coop, and I'm sitting on the back of a small black pickup truck, where you missed quite the encounter. I half expected Tom to come running.
Yes, that's some of the sounds they make. I kind of did some hard clucks, few soft clucks. Might have did a Piney up in there.
So you remember Tony, our Cajun from Bayou Blue?
Obviously.
Yeah, so Tony's from up this way, central Louisiana. And this guy, Hunter Lemoyne, is a close friend of the family.
My first name is Hunter. My last name is Lemoyne. Let's roll with it, dog.
He's younger, maybe 26 or so, but ever since he was a kid, he'd escape the city of Baton Rouge on weekends to spend long days in the woods up here. His family has a hunting cabin not far from where we're parked.
Every weekend brought us here, and we had 40 acres to run on as kids, a pond to fish in, and it was awesome growing up and being able to experience, more of a country way of living, you know what I mean?
And a lot like Tony, Hunter sees himself as an avid sportsman. Because after all, we're still in what people call the sportsman's paradise. Although things around here look a lot different than the wetlands on the coast. The biggest difference is vertically. There are towering trees all around, dominated by pines. The views are much more about what is directly around you and not what is on the horizon. And there is a near constant sound of wind moving through the pine needles, carrying with it the smell of these trees. And make no mistake, it is beautiful.
Beautiful pink sky, they tequila red sometimes. Man, late in the evening when the sun would get below the cypress trees back across the lake, it was just some of God's best paintings.
And where there's natural beauty, water, and trees, there's birds, especially this time of year.
Come March here in Louisiana, you can just walk outside in the morning with a cup of coffee. I mean, you could tell just then how everything's starting to come alive. You hear the cardinals, the thrushes, the mockingbirds, the hawks steadily whistling or screeching. The owls come alive. You get the songbirds late in the evening.
Hunter started hunting in these woods with his dad and his grandpa at 5 years old. And talking to him about his 21 seasons out here, two things are clear. One, he's gotten to know his wildlife. And two, like these woods and the migrants passing through them, the spring season is what lights him up.
9 months of the year, I'm in existence to this planet, but there's 3 months that I am actually alive, and this is the time.
But the sportsmen up here are a different breed. It isn't shrimp, crab, and crawfish they're after. Up here, it's deer, quail, and in Hunter's case, turkey. Wild turkey hunting is kind of niche, but it's Hunter's specialty, which leads us back to your original question.
Wait. So that's a turkey?
No, ma'am. That's the sound of Hunter Lemoyne imitating the sounds of a turkey, with the help of a little diaphragm instrument that he pops under the roof of his mouth. Turkey calling is a crucial part of the hunting technique, and Hunter's got some serious skills. He's actually won the Louisiana State Turkey Calling Championship, which tells you a little something about his passion for the sport.
Apparently.
And it's tough going. You really have to love it. And for Hunter, it's about a lot more than just the sport of it.
I mean, turkey hunting has just really engraved me as a hunter. It's made me a better woodsman. It's made me respect the wildlife and the woods and everything that surrounds it so much more.
It's really about honoring the tradition of hunting and the heritage of his family and of Louisiana. It's about understanding the ingrained Louisiana value of knowing the land and learning how to live off of it.
Here in Louisiana, our hunting heritage is just so strong. We hunt everything from dove to duck to deer, turkey, everything in between. I could promise you, I don't know of anybody that will just shoot something and leave it right there. My freezer right now is slap full of wild game, and I plan during the summer to cook as much as I can. And I mean, if you go to a normal camp atmosphere, it's going to be cooking around a open fire, cooking whatever you killed. We kill a duck, we pluck the whole entire duck, cut the wings off, cut the feet off, and that duck's ready to go in a gumbo or in a black iron pot.
From the crawfish boil to the wild duck gumbo.
And I can promise you one thing, if you come over here weighing 160, you'll go back to wherever you're from weighing 180. Ain't no doubt, 'cause we don't eat good.
Are you ready to see the other side of Sportsman's Paradise?
Let me see what you got.
It's like I'm sitting right next to a turkey. It's crazy.
I can't believe I missed this.
Welcome to Voices of a Flyway. I'm Jacob Joe.
I'm Jacqueline Van Meter.
For 9 weeks, we're letting migratory songbirds guide our way north, bringing us inside the ecosystems they depend on most and face to face with the people who share these landscapes with them.
Our mission? To uncover the connections we all share to an environment under threat.
In this episode, we climb up into the pines of central Louisiana. We've seen on the coast how big industry can end up dominating an ecosystem. Here, we look at 3 communities embroiled in their own fights to survive, to find out what it means to partner with the big industry on your doorstep or to oppose it head on.
And Jacob sets out on his own for this one. Full disclosure, I had to briefly jump off the road during this week of the trip, so Jacob takes the lead on telling this story. You ready to take us there, Jacob?
Believe me, there's a lot to tell. This is Ecosystem 2, the Piney Woods.